When did I become so boring? Saturday night, and I'm excited about organizing my spice rack. When did Netflix and early bedtimes become more appealing than going out? Maybe boring isn't the problem. Maybe you're finally honoring what you actually enjoy instead of what you think you should enjoy. That's the conversation on the porch today. Hey there, I'm GP, and this is where we talk about the stuff that keeps us up at 2 a.m. The messy, complicated, beautiful human parts of being a millennial trying to figure it out. You know those conversations you have with your closest friends? The ones where you finally admit you're not okay, you don't have it all figured out, and you're just doing your best with what you've got? That's what happens here. Whether you're dealing with a brain that works differently, relationships that feel complicated, money that makes no sense, or just trying to take care of yourself in a world that profits from your exhaustion, you're not alone in this. So grab your coffee, find a comfortable spot, and let's get real for a few minutes. This is your reminder that you're not broken, you're not behind, and you're definitely not the only one feeling this way. Welcome to the porch. Let's talk. You ever have those moments when you look at your weekend plans or lack thereof, and a little voice whispers, "Wow, you're really becoming boring"? I know I have. Just last Saturday, the highlight of my evening was finally tackling that overflow laundry basket, and honestly, it felt pretty good. But then the thought creeps in, shouldn't I be out doing something more exciting, more socially acceptable for someone in my older prime? It's a common internal debate, isn't it? This feeling that we're somehow failing if our idea of a perfect night involves a good book and a warm drink instead of a bustling crowd. Today we're going to unpack that feeling and challenge the notion of what boring truly means in the context of self-care and authentic living. For so long, many of us were conditioned to believe that a full life meant a busy life. A calendar packed with social engagements, late nights, and constant external stimulation. And if we weren't keeping up, we were missing out. But what if that constant chase for external excitement was actually draining us, pulling us further away from what truly recharges our spirit? Think about it. When was the last time you genuinely felt refreshed after a weekend of nonstop activity? For many, the answer is often, I needed a vacation from my vacation. This isn't about shaming your choices. It's about questioning the narrative. The idea that a quiet evening, a focused hobby, or simply resting is somehow less valuable than a wild night out. Perhaps the shift you're experiencing, that embrace of quieter pleasures, isn't a sign of becoming boring, but a sign of becoming more attuned to your own needs. It's a reprioritization, a gentle rebellion against the pressure to constantly perform fun. It's about recognizing that true self-care often looks less like a party and more like peace. So how do we lean into this without feeling guilty? It starts with a simple question. What do I actually enjoy? Not what I think I should enjoy or what society tells me is fun, but what genuinely brings a sense of calm, joy, or fulfillment to me. For some, it might be baking bread. For others, it's a long walk in nature or diving deep into a creative project. It could be organizing a closet, learning a new skill, or simply sitting in comfortable silence. The key is to shed the judgment, to understand that honoring your energy levels and your authentic desires is a powerful act of self-love, not a concession to boring. When you choose the quiet night in because it genuinely feels right, you're not missing out. You're opting in to your own well-being. You're creating space for restoration, for introspection, and for truly connecting with yourself. This isn't about becoming less vibrant. It's about becoming more deeply rooted in who you are. So next time that little voice tries to tell you you're boring because your Saturday night plans involve a cup of tea and a good documentary, gently remind it, you're not boring, you're intentional. You're not missing out, you're tuning in. You're not losing your spark, you're nurturing your flame. Embracing what truly brings you peace and joy, even if it's simple, is perhaps the most exciting and radical act of self-care there is. It's about finding contentment in the quiet moments and celebrating the joy of simply being. That's what we're talking about on the porch today. Thank you for joining me today on Wisdom from the Porch with GP. I hope our conversation has offered you a moment of reflection, a spark of inspiration, or a practical tool to navigate your journey with greater ease. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on these valuable conversations. Until next time, remember to find your wisdom on the porch. Take good care, and from my heart to yours, keep thriving.